Hi, today we're going to be making some treat boxes.
Inspired by the Tsum Tsum game.
This is a Disney, it's a free app. It's a Disney game. It's actually pretty fun and pretty addictive. You should check it out, but if you can go search it under Disney Tsum Tsum. So if any of you have seen the characters, they actually sell little plushies at the Disney store. They come in like a really cute small, medium, or large size, but they're kind of cylindrical shaped tube plushies that stack on top of one another. That's kind of what inspired this. So these are kind of, rounded shape. Inside we have coordinating paper that matches. But what's forming the shape of it is the inside of a paper towel roll. So basically we're just using this. We don't really endorse using toilet paper rolls just because since we are packaging food or candy in it, I don't know how clean or hygienic it is, but that's your own choice. So to get started, I kind of drew up some patterns of just the ones that we made. So we'll go ahead and put this pattern sheet. It has one for Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Mickey Mouse on our blog, so if you want to look at that. These are just hand-drawn, so feel free to alter it to suit your own needs. But if you are going to use it, it's probably best to print it out on a cardstock weight so it's easy to trace onto paper. So I just cut that out. So then I was able to cut it out and then trace it onto paper like this. Okay. So we're going to be doing the Winnie the Pooh today. So we have the front piece and then the back piece. The back piece is actually just a round circle. I used a circle cutter to cut it, but it's about 2 3/8 inches in diameter. We did these on Stampin' Up's crushed curry colored paper, but you'll basically need whatever colors of the Tsum Tsum that you want to make. This is going to be based on making this size Tsum Tsum, so it's a 2-inch wide base here. So you'll need your paper towel roll. Just cut off 2 inches from the end of the roll from here. And then you'll cut it in half to open it. Okay. And then, so you'll need a piece of paper that is a little bit longer than that, but the same width. So if you wanted to make yours wider, you could easily adjust this to your own measurements. But this one is based on this 2-inch wide here, and then the length, you'll probably want about a 1/2 inch extra on each end. So the length of this is about 6 inches. And you'll want this is going to be covering the outside, so you'll want it in the same color of the body of the Tsum Tsum that you're making. You'll also need a piece of coordinating paper to put on the inside. So this one, if you have any pattern paper, and this needs to be cut the exact same size as your paper towel roll. So you're also going to need 2 pieces of 1-inch wide cardstock. So this is 1 inch wide, about 2.5 centimeters wide, and at least the length of your this length here. So this is about 5 inches. Okay, and then you're going to want to score that down the middle, so kind of like this. And then for Winnie the Pooh, since he's wearing a shirt, you'll just want a strip of paper that whatever width you want that's that length as well. Okay, so in red. Also, if you want to put a handle on it, some ribbon, or you could even make it out of paper, whatever you want the handle to be made out of. Okay, so you'll want to cut it about 2 inches from the end of the roll. So I'll just mark it here. And then try to cut it as straight as you can across. You can even kind of flatten it a little bit and just cut it across. Then you're going to want to cut it down here. Usually, sometimes you'll notice, you know, parts of it are kind of opening up. So I try to cut it right around there. So just cut it straight across. Okay. And for this one, if you're making the this size, it's going to kind of curl around, and if you can kind of see, depending on how big you want the opening at the end, I like to cut off just a little bit off of the end here. So probably just maybe about a ½ inch or so, just cut that part off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the 2 folded pieces to the outsides of the tube. You'll need some adhesive, and you'll just, actually before we do that, you kind of want all the sides to be somewhat straight. So this one's a little bit uneven, so we're just gonna make it straighter like that. Okay, so we're just along the edge, just put a strip of tape. And then if you take your, and just kind of line it up right at the crease. Just like that. And then you can cut off the excess here. Okay, so then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then to just cut off these edges here, like that. Okay, so now that this part is done, we're going to cover it up with this paper here, the one that's 6 inches by. Okay, so we're just going to put tape down. Try to put it as close to the edges as you can. And you'll also want to put a piece kind of in the middle, because it tends to buckle. So we're good. There's going to be a little bit of an overhang, so I usually score it about ½ inch from the end. So you're just going to line it up with the overhang, and then just push that down. It should fit just right. Okay, and then this side we're going to put the coordinating paper, so just put the tape along those edges. Coming off. And then also one down the middle too, because this one, when it folds over, there tends to be some wrinkles, so you'll want some in the middle area there too. Okay, and then just put this over. You can put some tape on those edges. Okay, so we're just going to take those down. And we're also going to want to cut these in V sections. So I like to go like this, and then you're going to cut little V's out that go all the way up to this fold mark, about every ½ inch or so along both edges. So just cut those out like that. Doesn't have to be exact, but oops, just angle it a little bit. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing for this side. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to decorate the Winnie the Pooh's face. So we cut out his face, and then for the eyes, I just use this Stampin' Up. It's a 3/8 inch circle punch, but I punched out the eyes, and I cut out the nose. On the pattern, you can cut out the eyebrows too, but they're actually pretty intricate and small, so if you have a Sharpie marker that's about the same color, it's probably easier to just draw those on. But we're just going to glue these pieces on. Okay, do you think we can? Let's try it. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of ATG tape on there, and then you might want to look at the website just to kind of see about positioning and stuff, but kind of about maybe like that. And then his little nose, kind of like that. And then if you want to draw on, you can draw on the eyebrows and the nose, the wrinkle over his nose. So I mean, and then there you go. Have a really cute Winnie the Pooh face. Just kind of show. Very cute. Okay, so now we're gonna stick the face onto one side. So what I find is easiest if I just take the ATG tape and run it along here and run it close to this crease line here. You might want to, if you can fit 2 strips, you can. And for the very end pieces, for this piece and for this piece, they tend to want to open up. So you're going to want to put a stronger adhesive just in those spots. So I like to use this red sticky tape whenever we need kind of a stronger adhesive. So just, you know, like a little square of that, and just put that there. And then on this end too. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to take off the backing. Oops. Like those. So you'll want to put the adhesive on both sides the same way. Okay, and then just pretend I put one there too. Okay, so you're going to want to kind of bend the piece like this, kind of in the shape of the box that we're going to do, and then just kind of push these up. And since there's adhesive that kind of overhangs, it kind of goes in that position. But the part that you're going to want to stick down first is this very bottom, and we're going to match that up with kind of like where the point on his chin would be. So, and we want these sides to be fairly even on the sides. But I just kind of like to just stick that part on, just matching, you know, flush with the bottom. Then you can carefully just follow the shape of his face and just kind of push it down as you go, just like that. And then this last one, just make sure you push down really good. And then you'll do the same thing for the other side. Just kind of push it into place like that. Okay, so there's the front. And then the back side, since it doesn't have to, it doesn't have a face, you can just stick that on, but you're going to kind of do the same thing. Just kind of push in these pieces like that. Stick on the bottom part first, like that. And then just follow the curve of the Okay, just like that. So then if you want to put on the red, his red trim, this part will just go along here. So actually you can just put some tape there. If you want to put handles on it, you could just punch, there's different ways you can do it. So for instance, like this one, I just stapled the ribbon onto the side. You could staple ribbon or even a paper handle. This part, I guess, just make sure the ribbon is wide enough so that it catches in your staple. Off the excess here. So now he's got his shirt on. But if you have an eyelet setter, you could also set the eyelets like we did on this Eeyore one. So I set eyelets on the side and then put the ribbon through there. So for the candy, if you play the game, the way the lives that you have are hearts. And so I thought it'd be really cute to get some hearts. So I wanted to find some pink or red hearts. We just packaged up some and then you put it inside there. And you have a really cute treat. If you wanted to make it more of a Valentine's feel, you could attach a little tag or some hearts or something on the back saying to and from for your Valentine, and then just put your candies in.
Thank you for watching.
And we hope you will try some of these out and maybe try playing that Disney Tsum Tsum game too. It's a lot of fun. Thanks. Bye.